Hello, hello. Okay, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold here. So I'm going live real quick. I'm not going to be on very long. Uh, well, I'll go as long as I feel like it. I haven't written anything down, or I haven't, thought about. I've thought about what I want to say, and these times right now is Christmas, right? Navidad, right? And it's special for everyone, really. It is because you know, people get together and celebrate, and calling it Christmas, but it's Christ Mass, like a mass, like you go to a mass and celebrate Christ from a religious standpoint. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that in my mind. Um, and I'm not religious because I just can't conform to one book. For example, Jesus, like one of the things that I know, and I grew up. I'm sorry, I grew up Catholic as a child because my parents were are still are Catholic, um, and I grew up that Jesus is God, and he and that this is the key word, he, right? I'll break it down in 2 points real quick. He sacrificed his life for our sins, right? Isn't that the way it's taught in the book or the way it's taught in Catholic? It might be taught that way in Christianity, which Christianity is another religion that celebrates Christmas. Um, for me, it's like Christmas is like a celebration of family or love that you have for people around you that are with you and that you believe in, and then it's just sort of like a dinner to celebrate it, right? Or a gathering. um but the other thing I wanted to point out about that is it's fine, but because um sometimes you don't need like a that's one special day for everyone to get together. You can choose whatever you want to, and there's a lot of families that do that already. There's a lot of people, whether they're families or whether they're a traditional family like two parents and kids, or step mother, stepdad. You know, they it's about love, right? It's about love. And one of the things that you have to understand is when you love someone, you don't it's like when you truly love people in your family or friends or whoever that belong in your circle, or you belong in their circle, and you get together. It basically is just another day, and here's a present that I bought you because I thought about you in this specific way. And then whether they appreciate it or not, most friends do, or most family members do, because they just think it's the thought of buying you a present or buying you something because you thought of me, and then I thought of you, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Um, the other, I don't want to be negative, but it's true, and I know it's true because we live in the U.S., in the United States of America. We live in a country where Um, there's capitalism. So, business goes up. There's recessions sometimes, and the government has to create something, whether it's a psyop war or a real war, right? To generate, people to work to get that war started, or the the taxpayers to pay for that war, and prices go up. It's real, man. And then the only thing, and I just described like family divine blueprint. Hey, how are you? I don't know who you are. Um, I'm speaking about Christmas and my perception of it. Um, do you I you can hear me? So awakening, Leah. Okay. Where are you from? Do you mind me asking? I'll interrupt Melissa. I'm not sure. Okay. You act like I know you. I don't. I don't honestly. I have. I don't have very London. Okay. All right. I'm here in America by Chicago. Good to see you. Glad you're joining in the chat. What's on? You know what? I'll change the subject if you want me to. What's on your mind? What brings you on? What brings you on my live? Otherwise, I'll keep going because I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts about this week and this day. Um, in fact, I'll just go ahead and continue talking. Um, so, one of the things about at least the country I live in is it doesn't matter what president is elected, people buy presents, right? And that's cool. I've spent thousands of dollars buying presents, wonderful gifts to people that I love. But at the same time, it's also a business because I'll break it down. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm here with no judgment, no motive, and I will answer any questions you have. Just talk, be natural. Well, I am natural. One thing that, well, I don't know. Okay, let me ask you this. Why did you sub my channel? Because I don't have a big channel. I mean, I have like what, 102 subs? Okay. It doesn't matter what prime minister. You're in London, so um, president or prime minister, I get it. And I feel the same way about politics. That's why I don't vote because, a prime minister or the lead or the king, you can there's different ways of in the past that they worded somebody as a king or a queen, right? Keeping a ritual going that is not actually divine or benefiting everybody. A ritual meaning like Christmas. Is that what you mean? Or I'm not can you be more specific? Well, okay. So the thing for me about Christmas is it's great. I'm 52 years old, right? So my mother is in her 70, or I think she's 70 or 71, whatever. I don't memorize her age, but I talk to her every day, and um, I love her. I love her. I love her. I would give my life for her because she's a wonderful person. So I don't need Christmas to do that. I just, you know. That's just the way it is for me. Now, um, and I understand when people live far away from each other, family, and they can only see each other here and there because of, you know, careers or family situations, whatever. And it can only happen sometimes. Hold on, let me read. You're really typing a lot here. I've come on my channel before. You've come on my channel, or you've come on I've come on my channel. You mean you've come on my channel before and left comments, so I thought I would return the favor. Plus, I saw you were treated very unfairly, and I left the need to defend you if I have upset anyone. Um, I'm not sure where that happened. I think it was um, David Banner's channel, which I don't really follow anymore. Um, I think he's from I think not from London. He's from Essex. Essex. I think right somewhere. I've never been to Europe, so I don't know all those places. I used to follow um the Globe Light tour, which it truly wasn't a Globe Light tour. It was with really just a bunch of European people, uh, flat earthers traveling around Europe or different places around that area. And then I honestly, I honestly donated money to that cause because I know that. Well, I don't call myself a flat earther anymore, but I say, I just say, hey, look, water always finds its level. There's no way on that proof alone that we can't live on a spinning ball. And then when I say spinning ball, people don't know the heliocentric model, like what we've been taught by NASA and the government. And I always say the government because it's to govern your mind. So, and then you say, okay, let me read what you're saying. I'm sorry, went into my own thought here. 46 myself, I also speak with my parents every day. That's a good thing. See, no, no, I don't. I live very close to the thing for me is like we always chose to live close to each other no matter what. Um because there's always like opportunities where we don't, like um we might not be able to see each other or whatever. We just, I mean, we have that closeness. No, it's you don't listen. You're in the chat. I wish I could put up a StreamYard and put it there, but I'm not gonna really do it right now because I'm actually just trying to get my thoughts out there. So anyway, okay. So anyway, I wanted to continue with um. Hold on, I'm getting distracted here. Oh, Janine. Okay, so all right. Okay, we're gonna get into this. Do I have the book here? Yeah. Okay, okay. Look, hold on. I don't have the book on here right now. All right. Let's talk about that because that was. I want to talk about that because that was kind of for me as a truther. That for me as a truther, the comment I left had to do with the all-seeing eye uh that she puts on her all the her whatever you want to call her creations. And then I know that the Globe Light Tour, and I was like, she says it's like she makes it positive, but if you ever study Freemasonry and the Illuminati, um, you know when you look at that eye, it's wait, do I have a dollar on me? Damn, here. I know I have a dollar on me. Hold on. I got home from work. I got home from work and I left. I think I have a dollar on me. I don't usually carry. Hold on. See, this is live, so I'm not. See, like I said, I'm not prepared for this. For these, when I didn't know somebody was gonna come on live. So here's. I don't know if I left. I'm very sure I left this comment on her page, and she unmodded me, which made me laugh inside because I knew it was gonna hurt her whatever she is. I wasn't trying to hurt her feelings. I was being truthful. And I was just saying when I saw the sewings or whatever you want to call it, her art, she always had like an eye, not always, but there were some that had an eye. You know what I remember? This right here. That's the Illuminati sign of the all-seeing eye. And I'm thinking, are you serious? Like, real truthers like me know this shit. And it's almost like she's trying to like deceive people. And that's what Freemasons do. That's what Illuminati people do. They deceive people. I hate to say this, but they can be satanic or they are satanic. And I know, and she deleted my comment. I heard that when I went on the next live stream, she didn't even mention my comment because anybody that's accused of something false should defend themselves, right? But I was on that live stream and I noticed that she took my you know whatever you want to call it, the wrench or the whatever you want to call it, my moderation off. And I laughed out loud because I was like, I know, I was right. I got to her only because I was right. And then she deleted the comment because she doesn't want to lose her users because she sells her product through them. So for her channel, I think there's something wrong with her. I think we are on the same page. Well, here you go, man. I've been I don't know where that book is. I did a live stream and I broke down the what is it called? It's by Bill Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse. And I made a video about that and I broke pages down about how the government has been systematically breaking populations down. Not just here in America, but almost everywhere. Yeah, the all-seeing eye, exactly. And when I saw her stitches like that, I was like, that, and she's trying to make it seem positive. I'm like, no, no way. And then here's the thing. Now, I'm not political. I haven't voted since I was like, I did vote for Obama, which who cares anymore? They're all puppets anyway. And when when I started to realize that when I started to listen to other people about, left wing and right wing and then flat earth and then all these other things that came together back into my educational childhood or young adulthood, I realized all the lies that I've been taught. She spent 20. Oh, come on. Did she really? Okay. Well, that's okay. I mean, come on. I'm not hey, listen, do I have like 5,000 followers? No. What do I have? I have you and I have what, 100 others? That's it. I mean, that's like small. I mean, really, on the channels these days with social media, that's small potatoes, man. So I remember following that Globe Light tour, and she was on it, and I actually, I'll be honest with you, I donated uh at least what was it, $50? I remember I donated $50 one time, and she started crying, and it was like $50 compared it not $50. What is it converted into euros? What is that? 60 something, 70. So it was like, and she started crying, right? So that's strange, like how she can switch because I called her out. I called her out on her bullshit. She posts the all saying guy, and you know what? She loves Trump. She lo- for whatever reason she love, like he's the guy that's gonna save us all, right? I'm like, I don't see it. He's political. She says, no, he's not political. He's a businessman. What are you talking about? He's the president of the United States of America. How is he? A kid could understand this. You know what I'm saying? A kid could understand this, but she's like, she's living in her own tarot card world. That's the other thing. She brings tarot cards in. And she's like, and then here's the king, and then here. I mean, it's like, who lives that way? Who lives their life on cards? Like, really? I wake up in the morning, I go to work. I'm like, what's my reading going to be today? No, I don't know what my reading is going to be today. I will think, I will link you the next videos that I made predictions her next. I'm telling you, man, this woman, I did try to stay with her. There were so many times that I just wanted to just delete her. And I'll tell you what, uh I think you said your name was Melissa. My memory's not always good with it. I'm scrolling up here. Um so I try to stay with her because of she just here's the thing. She loves Trump. What is it called? QAnon, whatever it's called, the Q. Like, he is political. He wants to be political. He he lost to Joe Biden, and then now he is reelected, and for whatever, here's the other thing I did mention, because obviously I can't type that fast. But when Joe Biden was elected and he lost the election, all of a sudden she's gone. She went missing on her channel. She went used to go live like every week. and it wasn't it happened didn't happen right away, but it happened. Like, I know she started a relationship. I know she has a kid. She's showing her kid. Hopefully it's the real kid that she's in now. I'm not sure if I trust her, but she went missing after Trump lost the election. Didn't matter if it was Joe Biden. I don't care about either one of them, right? But it made sense that when she came back, she's like, "Oh, I." She made excuses or whatever, family thing, whatever she said, but she came back because Trump got reelected, in my opinion. Now, after all, the you don't even have to be a detective. Just all the common sense that links connecting the dots to her constantly mentioning Trump. And now she's like, then she's back on the wagon with QAnon and all that. And it's like, and then she's posting these artistic things with the all seeing eye. It's like, wow, she is totally, yeah, they fooled a huge amount of people. Right. And, I mean, I don't really want to talk about politics, but that's how she is. So, it's kind of crazy. I- I- And the thing for me here's the thing. The thing for me is like me making a comment with her, and I'm a moderator. She made me a moderator, right? Making a comment like that is like, I don't give a shit if you take my wrench off. I just want you to hear what I think about you, and what I think about the truth is about who you really are. And she didn't like it. She she That's the thing. She's living in her own little world. She's not a critical thinker anymore. And that's the thing. Truthers are always critical thinkers and think that, hey, I might have been wrong about this. And um and then rethink it. And then it might take months, it might take weeks, months, it might take years. But at some point you're gonna realize that, hey, I was wrong about this, and that these people or other person was right, and I should have looked into it. Nope, this is my world. This is where I want to live. And if you don't believe it, you're out. So I was outed, right? As soon as she took my wrench off, honestly, I started laughing out loud right here in this room because I knew that I was right. Yeah, Melissa. Hey, good. I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you joined. The thing for me is like I speak well, right? I It's not that I speak well. It's just that one thing you have to know about me is that I'm not afraid. QAnon, yeah, I know. I've heard that so many times, and it's like it, it's it's not a real thing, man. You know why? Because sheep sheep into one's entomology, right? Yeah, sheep. Like they call sheeple, like the people that follow, like sheep that follow. Um, yeah, I know, and it's like, and the thing for me is like I've tried to explain like flat Earth when I used to say I'm a flat earther, and I can still say that, but the truth is the best. I guess the best way I want to explain it to people that think I'm crazy, right? She was kicked off. She was kicked off YouTube. Well, a lot of people have been kicked off YouTube. Um, that's what she said, but I don't really believe it. Um, I just think that they got outed by somebody. Okay, she was removed. How do you know that though? Because the only person that knows that is the creator. Like, I'm not gonna go into this too far, but when I went on the live stream about the jab or jabs, I'll say jabs because I don't want to get this live stream removed, because when I did that, when I started talking about jabs, medical jabs, then it was deleted, and that was when you know the COVID-19 was all out there, and I got suspended for like a month for that because I broke it down hard. I mean, I broke it down hard about the ingredients and everything, and I got suspended for 30 days, and so YouTube is part of the government. I mean, think about it. If we're getting removed, look, America supposedly is built on free speech, right? Like, I can say whatever the fuck I want, right? If I want to say fuck, shit, all that, I don't normally talk that way. But if I can say that here, I basic thank you. But she removed it, and now, like, come on, man. Any real truther can see the all-seeing eye, can see that she is a Trump supporter, like, hardcore. I mean, to a point where she's like, well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna. I don't care. I unsub their channel, so I don't even get notifications on her. So I'm not gonna be. The thing for me is, like, I don't waste my time with people like her, because it's why. I mean, I already know. I already know the truth that she's like she's a scam, is what she is. She is a scam. She's not a real truther. She's a scam truther. So why would I waste my time with someone like that? I deleted so many people that I actually met in real, like, I shook their hands or I gave them a hug because they asked money from me to join their flat earth community. And I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were friends. Why would I pay you money for something that is basically truth? Well, I thank you, Melissa. I speak well because the thing for me is, like, I am educated, by the way, and that doesn't mean shit to me, right? Because I speak my mind, and when as you can tell, I try not. I can get angry and I can raise my voice and all that, but I speak truth. I mean, I'm telling you truthful things that I've gone through in my own life, my own experience, you know, and uh, like, I'll tell you a little. The last time I came across somebody that I worked with, I don't work at that job anymore, but that I worked with, and and he was all about SpaceX. And I was like, SpaceX? What are you talking about? I thought he was talking about a fictional story like Star Trek, which I watch Star Trek once in a while because I know it's fake, right? And it's funny to see the drama that might go on. But he's like, "Yeah, SpaceX, rockets going into space." And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't get angry, but I was like, there is no space, man." And I was like, and I basically broke it down like this. I said, "Look, NASA tells us space is a vacuum. So there's no oxygen, there's no air, right? So how can you light a fire from a rocket or light like a like if like you're trying to light any kind of fire like a rocket, a spaceship, there's no combustion. So how can that rocket travel through a vacuum? How can that and then you can even go deeper and go like this. That rocket landed on the moon, right? Which that was faked. And then how does that rocket take off from the moon when there's no combustion, no oxygen to take that rocket off? It doesn't take off by itself, right? It's common sense. Come on, guys. There is no space, there is no vacuum. You can break it down just by combustion alone based on the lies that we've been told about space. Infinite planets, infinite. The Big Bang Theory. Oh, there was nothing. There was nothing, and then all of a sudden, this Big Bang Theory, and now it's infinite space. Space. Come on, really? They're taking away your common sense. That's bullshit. This has to be a creation. I don't know. I'm not religious. I'm not religious, but there's no Big Bang Theory. There's no infinite place. Infinite space. The whole Oh my god. NASA has lied to us. Aliens. Let's go with aliens. There's so many lies. I mean, aliens like and they just keep adding things on to this whole they were from Mars and they were from this planet. They could be from this planet and they're invading Earth to destroy us. Oh, monsters. Come on. It's all fiction, man. Get away from that. If you believe in that, you still believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. You might as well, because when we were kids, we were lied to about that too. So, I mean, oh goodness, man, it never ends, man. You have no idea how much he is involved with the covert network of deception that has been abusing power. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think you're talking about Janine. Um, I wouldn't be surprised because uh, the whole the last time one of the last times I was on her live stream when she came back, she started putting her all seeing eye out there, and I was like, what are you doing? And she is making it like an art, like she's selling it. So that is like the exact opposite of what a truther really is. Like she's selling and she's trying to change it into something beautiful and nice. Oh my god, dude. She she's something evil, or I don't know, I don't want to call her evil, but she's something else. Uh the good thing is she only has about 4 or 5,000 followers. So if she had like a million, then that'd be something else. So I don't care. Yeah, I remember making that comment because I was thinking like this can't I can't just let it keep going. there's so many untruths to her channel and to what she believes in. And it's like I can't I can't my common sense will never gravitate to that. And I hate to use the word gravitate, but I can't conform to that. It's disgusting. And I call people out when I see it. And if I'm wrong, and if they do something or say something, not do something, but say something or give me an example of something, then I might say, okay, well, then I might change my mind, right? Indemonstrable, right? It has to be just like water. Like water, experimentally, you can't change it. Water, you can't change it. You can boil it, you can put it on ice and it'll freeze. Boil it, humidity goes up and it goes up, but when humidity goes up, it will rain eventually because of the clouds. They have the clouds are a great thing for humidity to attract. And as we know, because of lightning and because of our electrical systems, in everywhere where there is, like in my fingers right now, there's electrical things within the air, so there's lightning. And that's how water can goes up, humidity falls down. And if there's lightning because there is electrical protons, neutrons, whatever you want to call them, in the air. um, That's why we can have electrical systems. That's why the sun can attract solar panels to create electricity in our batteries, right? In my, like, this is my phone, right? I have a here, let me show you. The sun is a very powerful thing. The sun is a very powerful thing. Now, this is a device that I bought, which I haven't really used very much, but it's a solar panel, right? And it's a device that I can attach to anything. And I bought this because I camped and I went fishing, and then you have like these electrical connections to it, right? So I can connect my cell phone, right? So I'm not completely off grid, but the sun is powerful enough. The sunlight is powerful enough with this device to turn that sunlight into electricity. That's why the sun is great. I mean, the sun and the moon are amazing things because they create a light source for all of us, for all the beings on this earth, humans, animals, whatever, trees, water. And this is what, like a hand. This is like the size of my hand, right? So this, if I had like my cell phone empty with a battery, it would take about 10 hours for it to recoup, but it's still from the sunlight. So the sunlight is a beautiful thing. And one of the things that I've done on my live stream is I've recorded the sun and the moon and the light. I'm sorry, the sun and the moon in the sky at the same time. And when I see that, to me, it's like a phenomena to me, because that's one of the things that debunks the whole globe model, because the moon should be underneath the sun or vice versa. No, it's not vice versa. The moon should be underneath the sun. And then And then I made a video about how, um, and I'll explain it real quick again. NASA tells us that the sun is 93 million miles away, and they tell us that the moon is 245,000 miles away. Explain the lunar eclipse with that math. There's no way. They align perfectly. They align perfectly. So that means that the sun and the moon are very local. So let's call it for what it is. It is no holding back. I can't hold back. I mean, um, it- you can see I'm very adamant about what I'm talking about, because it's not like I just was born with this. I heard other people talk about it. I've looked into it. I've seen so many channels. I've seen so many people talk about it. And I have to use my common sense to say, is this right or is this wrong? And if I can't uh, discern for myself whether it's right, then I have to just put it on hold. And I might have other things on hold and say, well, let's take our time, because the best thing about the best thing about knowing the truth, or finding out the truth, or or at the very least saying I was lied to, is just take your time and figure it out. Ask questions. All different states of water, exactly. And then, that water has to be contained. Water cannot conform or cling to a ball. And I when I I'll explain it another way, because it reminds me of when I was talking to somebody, and then I was talking about American history, and I won't go into that real quick. I just want to go right into what came up from it, because I was talking about American history, um, lies, or things that people. I'm an American, right? Um, I'll just say real quick, Christopher Columbus in American history says, they teach us that Christopher Columbus discovered America. Discovered. I'll say it again. He discovered America. Okay, back then it wasn't called America, right? But how does one person or people discover a territory or land when there's people living there already? That debunks the whole discover thing. Discover means it's never been known. Nobody's ever seen it. But people, families, kids live there. And I always, like, even in high school, I would question the teacher. Or in grade school. I'm sorry, it was more grade school. Right, free energy. That's exactly perfectly said. The sun is free energy. So, um, so I started there. I started with that, and then that person said, "Oh, you must be a flat earther," and I'm like, "Well, actually, I am." And he said, and then we got into, and then he said, "Well, gravity." Oh, I'm by Chicago. I don't have a problem telling you where I'm at. I'm in the mid. Um I'm by Chicago. I'm like about 45 minutes west of Chicago. So I've always said that I've always been very open about by where I live. I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of people trolling me, because that's never happened, right? So yeah, I'm by Chicago. So and I visited, and here's the thing, the other thing I want to let you know, I visited about 20 different states in America. So I know there's a lot of different cultures and different people from different states. So and um, no one has squared your circle. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, so you haven't met anybody that is a truther or flat earther or whatever you want to call it around your circles there around your area. The truth is, I actually had to travel. Um, Remember the eclipse? It was like being underwater. The reflections, the same. Okay, yeah, the eclipse. The eclipse is like one thing. Um, that debunks the whole thing about NASA or the government telling us that the sun is 93 million miles away, and that the sun is like a quarter of just 1 million miles away. And the lunar eclipse, like, you can see the moon within the clouds. There's times when the moon is even the sun is, like, just above the clouds. Like, you can just if you ever flown an airplane, you can see that the airplane flies above the clouds, and the moon is like the sun in the daylight is not that far away. You could see it. It's not in like, if it was in, like, they say that, or teach us, or they show us pictures of space being black, right? No, the sun is in the blue sky. So is the moon. So all that is BS, man. They've been all that common. Just use your common sense. The sun and the moon are local. They are very local. It doesn't matter whether you're in London, Chicago, South Africa, where else? Argentina, let's say Hawaii, let's say Australia. I can name all these different countries. Doesn't matter where you are. That sun and that moon are very local. So there's no way that you should let NASA lie to you, lie to anybody. And if see the thing about this is that there are people that are so indoctrinated, they're so brainwashed, they can't even listen to what I'm saying. They can't even listen to other people that are even speaking kinder. Like me, I'm like raising my voice. I'm speaking very adamant, right? But there's people that speak very kindly and they're like, "You're crazy. You're just nuts." And they can't get out of that hypnosis, that indoctrination, that brainwashing that they've been through. It takes a lot to break through that wall, is what it is. It's a brick steel wall sometimes. But once you do it and you start looking at things, you're like, damn, I was lied to like crazy. Thank you. You said you are a critical thinker and a genuine heart being. I used to drive my parents crazy asking questions. I still drive my parents crazy. They think I'm crazy. But I'm like, you know what? You can't, there's some people you just can't teach. Not teach. It's not even about, it is about teaching, but you can't break through that barrier that they have. It's not just parents. It starts here. I'll break it down real quick. It starts from when you're a kid. when you first go to school, right? Okay, I'll tell you, I have a degree in psychology. Okay, that doesn't mean shit to me. My degree is in common sense. That's my real degree. Okay, but when you start school, when a kid starts school, you have to go to what? Kindergarten, grade one, grade two, grade three, and the only way you can pass to grade from grade one to grade two or grade two to grade three and so on and so forth is if you have to listen to the teacher and and remember, memorize everything they say and everything that whatever that book says and regurgitate it onto a test, and then you're graded. You passed, you got an A plus, because you know why you got an A plus? Because you memorized everything they said and you repeated it onto a test. So then that's where the programming starts. Like, and then you're congratulated for it. You got an A plus. Here, you have a gold star. You take your report card to your parents, and they're like, "Oh, you're doing a great job at school. You're a great student." Right. That's how it starts. And then as the indoctrination goes on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eighth grade, ninth grade, whatever, keep going with the numbers. The better grades you get, the more indoctrinated you get. And you can't think for yourself anymore. You can't think as a common sense human being and say, this is wrong and this is right. You can't question the teacher or you won't pass the test. So a lot of times people just do it like I did sometimes and just say, yeah, I remembered that, even though I know it's wrong. But I just went, yes, I know it's B, multiplication or multiple question, whatever it is, because I wanted to pass so I can move on, right? But that's where it starts. The whole brainwashing thing starts from there. And then, and as you go on, if you question the teacher in front of the class like I did once, you get ridiculed, and then at some point I just said, fuck it. I don't care anymore. And and I started going my own way, and I did graduate from college, which was is the other thing is, college is a money making scheme for educational purposes. So be careful if you decide to do that, because if you're rich, go for it. If you're poor, you will lose, because they will constantly want more money for more classes. And that's where the indoctrination continues, unless you specialize in one specific thing. Yeah, oh my god, yes, people don't listen. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how I tried, I've spoken out in public, and I'm going to continue to do it, but I haven't done it as much as I used to. Basically because I've had some health issues. Um I recently had my appendix taken out, um, and little things like that. But it's affected me from focusing on things that I love to do, like this, speak out in public. So I kind of use my channel to occasionally, once in a while, to speak out about things that I truly believe in, or that I know. It's not just that I believe in, is that I really I researched it, and it's just common sense, man. So yeah. So, and you know, yeah, and it's hard because I did have like a friend that I was talking to online, and as soon as I mentioned flat Earth, she just like ran away from it, and even though she was very, very religious, and I was just like, "Wow." And, and the thing about people, and I know I'm changing the subject a little bit here, but it sort of ties in together with flat Earth because, there are religious books in Bibles that I've heard of where there's a firmament, water above, so high, so below, and I don't remember the whole scripture, but, I don't know if that's I think it's Christianity. But anyway, it doesn't matter, but, it's in the Bible that the earth is flat. I mean, I don't I've heard other people talk about that. So, um, there's no way we live on a spinning ball. LOA, I think you just live your life and listen and ask questions and be perceptive. It is psychology lesson in itself, right? Psychology. See, the thing about psychology is, we are. I guess I have never met you, but it sounds like you're understanding what I'm saying. So, you understand that maybe we've crossed the same paths that you've crossed the same paths that I have. Um, but to me, psychology, like I did graduate and all that, and it's wonderful, beautiful. I have a degree. I put it on my resume whenever I find a job, but it doesn't matter because, to me, psychology is just common sense. Like, I don't know. Don't kill people, you know. Be nice. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Common sense, is like critical thinking. Is like saying, "Wait, that didn't sound right. Water can't conform to a ball. That I don't know. I'm not just gonna follow what people are saying because that's popular. I don't do that anymore. That's high school stuff, grade school stuff. You know, you have to you I am definitely a critical thinker, and I'm not afraid to call people out on their bullshit when I know they're lying. Anyway, I'll be right back. I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to go for a little bit. I'll be right back. I'll leave it right here. Oh, okay. Good. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was told. I was told that by the doctor. Sorry, I had to take a bathroom break. I was told by when I when I admitted myself into the hospital, I was told that even the medical field doctors don't even really know what it's for. And I told him, well, I'm 52 years old because as I'm getting older, I'm worried about my health, right? And doctors and nurses told me that it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 5 years old, you could be a baby, you could be 20, 30, 40, 50, and all of a sudden it happens. And all of a sudden you get that pain in your appendix and it needs to be taken out. And I was just like, what an awful time because I was supposed to start a new job that next week. And I was really excited about it. Um, so I went through that whole appendix thing, and I've got like 3 cuts in my abdomen. It was 3 cuts, and they take you out with the whole what do you call it, the anesthesia. Yeah, water's above, so below. Yeah. See, I'm not religious, but I was told I've heard of it so many times that it's I think it's in Genesis or somewhere in there, and I was told that it's in there somewhere. So people who are religious that follow their Bible, they should instead of instead of saying, "Oh, flat Earth, you're crazy." No, well, look into your own Bible. It's in there somewhere. Um, I'll look it up. I don't really feel like doing it right now because I'm on a live stream, but I'll look it up at some point and then I'll figure out which scriptures are in and which Bibles are in. But they're from what I heard, from what I've heard, and this is all hearsay, is that it's in the Quran, which is Muslim. It's in one of the Christian Bibles, and I don't know about the Catholic Bible, but if it Christian and Catholic are similar but different, in the sense that Jesus, like Catholic and Catholicism, Jesus is the God, and in Christ, the main thing is that Jesus is the path to the real God. He's like the bridge. So I don't know. Whatever. I don't follow it because I don't. The thing about me with religion is it divide to me it divides people. Okay, and it's divided me from other people. Uh, when I went to college and I started meeting other people from different religions, I was like, wait a minute, maybe I was taught wrong. Maybe Catholicism isn't right because there were a lot of Muslim, not a lot, but there was Muslims, there was Buddhist, Christians, and I was like, wait, this is something's wrong here. And that's where when I started to really question things about that, about religion. Let's see. Let me see what you're saying. Live and let live. We are all each other. Okay, brother. Yeah. So, I mean, my parents are Catholic, and they're hardcore Catholics, right? That's fine. I don't go to church. Um, I don't read the book. I don't pray. If I do anything, I meditate. If anything, I would say I'm a spiritual person because I believe that, or I know that people are spiritual to a certain point. I mean, there's some people, obviously, some people are just plain evil, right? But they're people that try to be good to each other. They're at least spiritual. I've met a lot of religious people that are just all they want is to be good people, and those are the very good kind of religious people that I love, that I like. So I'm not against religion altogether. I'm just saying it can divide people. So it's like what is it? Palestine and Israel or whatever that is. They're going to war over it. What time is it on us? 2 a.m. I never sleep. For me, it's 7:57 p.m. here. So I know you're 6 hours. I know you're 6 hours ahead of me. So you're on December 23rd now. So yeah. So you're about 6 hours a bit older than me. 52. I don't know what you mean. Uh, no, you're ahead of me, right? You're on. No, not yet. Okay, you're right. You're right. No, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, it's 12:23 there now, right? Wait, did you say I look amazing? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying I'm good looking? Is that what you're saying? I mean, well, thank you anyway. Yeah, I'm 52. Yeah, I am 52 years old. Yeah. You see my gray hairs on here. Yeah, I have gray hairs all over. So I am truly 52. Um, yeah, the thing for me is like I do like people have told me that I have a young looking face. And I think that's part genetics, but I also think it's part because I was an athlete most of my childhood and young adult life, and even my in my 30s, I was a runner. So I think for that reason, I think I look younger than my age. Besides my gray hairs, right? My gray hairs won't doesn't lie, doesn't lie about my age. So it's all good. But thank you if that's what you meant, that I look amazing. Or thank you, appreciate that. Um, so anyway, yeah. So let me see if I can get back to you. Distracted me a little bit. Uh, so the reason I went on was is because it's Christmas, right? It's going to be Christ. I call it Christ Mass because to me it's a religious um, thing that's happening, um, and people celebrate the death. Basically, what they're doing is they're celebrating the. I hate to say this. I'm not trying to be negative, but they're celebrating the death of Christ because that's the day that he died, right? So we need to. It's kind of like when someone dies in your family, you go to mourn. Either you go to mourn or you celebrate that their death or their life, right? That's the mind thinking that I think of it, the way I think of it. Now, if I know someone would beat me up that way that's religious like my own mother would. So, let's see what you're saying. After the eclipse and they saw the ripples, I was convinced. Okay. It's in the beginning, God separated the waters, whatever. We are all very alike. Okay. Yeah. In the beginning, that's, oh, you're reminding me of that scripture. Yeah. That's what happened. Yeah. In the scripture. Now, you can go into any book of religion, but the truth is, if you believe it and there's a firmament, that's fine. To me, it doesn't. It could matter if I was religious, but I'm not religious. But it matters in the sense that if it was a firmament, there is no ball. That also debunks the spinning ball that NASA tells us, that the government tells us that we live in. So, I mean, it's just you can debunk the whole ball thing up and down through religion, through common sense, through the water, through how water and its uh, how it needs to be contained, how it can't conform to a ball, a spinning ball. And then here's the other thing: they tell us that the ball is spinning 1,000 miles an hour through the equator, and then it's racing towards the sun like what 666 whatever 100,000 miles. That's a satanic number. See how they keep adding satanic crap to it? It never stops. The serpent, the tongue serpent going through the NASA logo, it's a satanic Freemasonry thing. You know, just like anybody who goes through a fraternity, they get spanked, they get whatever, they get paddled, whatever, they get beaten up, they get taught all the shit that they need to pass to go to the next level. That's what Freemasonry is. I remember reading a book about, and it's a book, right? So um, I never met the people, but I remember at one point I got to a point where this guy was saying that he was on like he loved Freemasonry because it was like a brother, it was like a brotherhood and like church to him, and and then at some point he was at like a really high level, um and when he got to before he moved on to the next level, one of the people that were up on that level already said, "Will you spit on the cross of Christ to move on to this next level?" And he said no, and he got booted. So that's now for me, that makes sense. For me, that makes sense because when you move up to that next level, there's like homosexuality, transgender, uh, satanic crap, human sacrificing. I mean, what is that called? The Bohemian Garden or whatever it's called, where president gay men, not gay men, but well, they are gay in a way, but presidents go to or higher ups go to like this guarded place where they have sex with children and sacrifice them. And who knows? I mean, who knows? I don't know. That's what I was told because it's so hidden. And as we all know, there's human trafficking. There is human trafficking. I mean, people get kidnapped and go missing, and they get trafficked um, for money, whether it's prostituting, drugs, whatever. And it's crazy, man. This is a crazy world that we live in, and so be careful who you associate yourself with because you never know what's going to happen. So that's why I always say use your common sense. What's right and what's wrong. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've done a lot of wrong things, but I've never, first of all, never killed anybody. I've gotten into a fight to defend myself, but never to attack anybody. So violence is out of my own realm of thinking. To protect somebody else that I love, I would do it all day long. Um, the wrong things that I've done is I drink sometimes, which is not good for it's not good for your body. Um, I've made mistakes in my life, but I've never harmed anybody. So, uh, but one thing I do know is that I have helped a lot of people. a lot of kids too. Yeah, so, programming the subconscious, right? Yeah. And that now that you say that in the chat, I do have to say that I don't watch the news anymore. I haven't watched the news in I don't even remember. Uh, it's going to be 2026. It's at least 10, 11, 12 years. I don't know, something like that. I haven't watched the news because you can't believe everything they say on there, especially national news. Um, especially when they're saying that there's some sort there's going to be like some sort of rock hitting the earth, or the next psyop, the next psychological operation, which is called a psyop, is where they say, well, there's supposed to be some sort of bug that's supposed to be contaminating our water, or some sort of virus or whatever. And then there's a new jab that you have to take that's necessary. When I go, I see a doctor probably once every 6 months, and they one thing that I always get asked is, and I always say no, is well, flu shots are free. Would you like to take one? I'm like, no. And if they keep going, I'll start explaining to them. And it's going to be hard for me to explain to a medical person who's already like I'm going to call them brainwashed into just jabbing that unknown ingredient vaccine to people. Man, I hope this live stream doesn't get taken down for this. And they just keep forcing it on, or not forcing it, but keep asking. It's free. I remember going to a supermarket, not a supermarket, but a market where I go to, um, and it's not a big one; it's a local one, and they would sometimes post a big banner said free flu shots, and then they would say 10% off if you take it from anything you buy. And I was like, wow. And this is before COVID. Well, this is around that time area. And I was like, they are really selling this stuff. Like they're and I heard from other truthers that they get paid. They were getting paid extra money to do it. And I was just like, this is crazy, man. And at some point I have to laugh, because like laugh, cry, laugh, because it's funny and not funny at the same time. Bohemian Grove, right? Let me see. Oh yes, oh my God, Ricardo, we are so much on the same page. I am so happy to meet you. You are properly aware of and awakened. Yes, I am. I've been through a lot of shit. And it's, trust me, I cried. I cried many times when I finally realized I was lied to, and I lost a lot of years of being brainwashed from so many things. And then once I started awakening with a lot of lies, I started searching for more truth, searching for truth, searching for truth. And I started talking to a lot of people, reading books, and just really consuming myself with it. And that's been my journey for such a long time. So I mean, it's hard to get out of that. Yeah, the Truman Show. That's here's the thing. The Truman Show, that movie is exactly what most brainwashed people do. You're being watched now. Look, listen to me. Right now, there's cameras everywhere. Right, you're being watched. Everyone is being watched all the time. Now, the Truman Show, that was based on one kid, one child. That was they said we're going to focus on this child and we're going to create this world just so that we can film his life as he grows up, right? And he can't leave. He's trapped, right? And all his friends are on it. All his there's a fake wife. There's a fake I mean everything is fake, right? And when he finally realizes that he's part of this whole production, he tries to escape and eventually he does escape, right? And he he finally does, and you know what he does? He risks his life on a sailboat and they increase the weather on him, which to me is chemtrails, right? And they increase the weather on him and he still doesn't care. He's like, I want to risk my life because I want to leave. And he finally finds this wall, right, where he can open. And then he says, and then I guess the person that which is the uh the director of his life is saying, "Do you really want to leave? We love you here," and all this stuff. He's trying to keep him into the program of being incarcerated into that life. And he says no and he leaves. Basically, he leaves and he opens the door and leaves. That's the Truman Show. That's the way I think about it. Because a truther, like I am, always always finds that door to leave and say, that's enough. I don't want to be part of this anymore. And I'll risk my life for it. Just like in the Truman Show. I don't have WhatsApp, but if you want to speak, I can put a WhatsApp on my. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Do you want to speak? Is that why you're asking me about WhatsApp? I used to have WhatsApp, but I had it on a different I had it on a different phone. But yeah, sure, I'd like to speak with you. I've spoken to a lot of truthers, and it sounds like you said, it sounds like we're on the same page in a lot of ways. So it's good that you let's see, controlled opposition. Uh I've never vaccinated my son. He's 20 and never goes doesn't need it. They don't take us down. We are surrounded by an army of protection. Right. And that's the thing about truthers. We need to we're not a cult, right? So it's not like we just walk together and just, you know, uh, just slam our ideas on other people. We really should speak kindly. Um, and what I've said in the past, and I'll say it again, is plant a seed. Um, plant a seed just like you're growing a flower, or you might not see that flower anymore, right? But if you plant a seed and say, make them think about something like water, or like water is the biggest one for me, or it could be like religion. It could be um, about the eclipse. It could be about how far the sun is that they tell us, and how far the moon is, and the eclipse. That math doesn't make any sense if you use your common sense, right? Um, It could be about politics. I mean, it could be about, are you Republican or Democrat? or if you're in a different government system, are you going to be on this side or that side? It divides people either way. And with politics, what I say is inflation always goes up. Doesn't matter what side you're on. Inflation always goes up. Taxes. People pay taxes. When you buy something, you pay taxes, sales tax. When you buy a car, that's tax and title. When you buy a home, you pay property tax. So you don't truly own the home. You own the home if you buy it off, but you still owe property tax because that land is taxed by the government or by the state that you live in or the province, whatever country you're from. That property, you're always paying taxes. It never ends. So I can go into a lot of different subjects. I mean, it's crazy how the control system is has been built. So yeah, they won't take us down. We're surrounded by an army of protection. No, don't regret anything. It's a story. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own life experience, right? And that's a great thing. So everyone has their own experiences in life. So the thing I always say is, just try to find the path for you in your life, whether and it's hopefully not bad. Hopefully you find a good path to go through, and try to find the right people. The thing for me is I've thought about, when at some points thought about leaving people that I love in my family because, or not associating with them because they're not the right truth path for me. And I have. So sometimes you have to make those kind of decisions so that you don't stay, programmed, or you keep sort of on that wagon of being programmed. So anyway, Melissa, if you do want to talk, I don't know, I think I can upload WhatsApp. Uh, let's see, I'm gonna try to look for it here. I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try. Otherwise, I don't know. We can find another way, maybe through if you have Facebook, I can do a messenger thing. Um, but it sounds like we could have a really good conversation. So if you want to do something like that, that's up to you. Okay, I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. Well, I'm speaking right now, but I mean, if you want to do that, that's up to you. Um, if you want to like speak through an app, you said you asked me if I have WhatsApp. WhatsApp. I don't have it on this phone. I used to have it on another phone, but hold on. I'll try to figure it out here. Hold on. I'll try to figure it out. Okay, so answer me this: Do you want to talk to me? Like, do you want to speak? Not necessarily you to me, but if you want to speak, we'll figure it out. Um, but it looks like, well, I've been on for, I didn't even realize how long I've been on, an hour and 34 minutes. So I've had a lot to talk about, and I'm glad you joined, Divine Blueprint, Melissa. Glad you joined because actually lifted up my spirits with truth talk and truth thinking. What I do. Yeah, right, right. We don't have any ill will. We forgive. We love. That's what a good person should always do. It's just it's part of the way life really should be. So hold on. Hmm. Okay, I'm not sure what else to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and see if I can finish out with. Oh, somebody just tried to call me, no caller ID. I don't usually answer phone calls with no caller ID, so I know there's I've had that happen to me before. So sometimes it's like an ex or someone. If I don't know them, I won't answer. If I don't know the username, I won't answer. Uh, so yeah, one of the things. Okay, that's a great point that you made right there. Divine blueprint. The living waters, the trees are the nervous system of the plant. Nature is what we are losing. Now, that is a great point to make because I remember when I took philosophy class in college, and one of the big questions, or one of the main questions that was asked was, when a tree falls and nobody's there to hear it, is there a sound? And I answered yes, for that very reason that you just described in the chat, because there is vibration. There's other people that are listening to it, not people, plants and nature, creatures, animals, water vibrates. It When a tree falls, there is sound. There is, because of the vibration, and other nature can hear it or can feel it, and it affects nature. And I answered yes for that reason. And I got into a big debate with uh, some people because they think that it's ears, it's just what you hear, but there is vibration. Even if you and I argued this way too. I said, even if the sound is too loud, your ears are going to vibrate. You're going to hear ringing in your ears, and the ringing is vibration. Okay, I have Facebook too. So yeah, I am the mod in here, so I'm the main person, so I can do that. I don't really have a whole lot of people on here, but uh I actually hold on. I actually here, I'm logging into it. I'm logging into Facebook right now. I removed a lot of people because there were people that were just adding me, and I don't even know. Um, I don't even know who they were, and I was like trying to send them, a message through either through their username or through the messenger, which is the messenger in Facebook. You can actually talk to somebody if you wanted to, which I have in the past. And when I've done that, it's cool, And then I've talked to people from other countries in the past. So let's see if I'm logged in. Yeah, I'm logged in. So one second, just give me a minute here. All right, let me know if this works here. That's seems to be the link that I have for my username. So it's Awakening Leela. Okay, let me check it out. It's kind of a cool name. Okay, I'm trying to look up your name. It's Awakening Leela. Yeah. I'm looking at somebody. Okay, I got a. Oh, there you are, Melissa Leela. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I just saw your request, so that link seemed to work. So we're connected on Facebook now, so it's cool. You know what? I'm glad you joined. And the cool thing is, it's always great to meet or to talk to meet other truthers that and it from what you described in the chat, um, we've gone through a lot of the same things. So you know, I did like I said, I didn't just okay. You want to talk right now? It's cool. Hold on. Let me hold on. Let's see if I can. Maybe I can do it through my phone. Hold on. Hold on. Well, let me connect my I don't have. See, that's the thing. I deleted Facebook from my phone because too many people were. It was just unknown. I should say unknown people were trying to get into trying to like connect with me, which I'm not a private person at all. It's just when you try to when a stranger comes in and doesn't want to actually have a chat or something, then hold on. I'm trying to install this on my phone. Um, damn it. All right, I'm gonna keep track. I've never Ricardo. No pressure. Sounds like you're an individual. I've seen your comments on YouTube for years. Okay. All right. So wow, for years. That's pretty cool. Well, if you've seen my comments for years, then you know I've been a truther for a long, long time. And I'll go into different channels, and if they if they allow me to come in, if they have like a live stream, if they have a live stream, I'll come in because as you can tell, I like to speak out and I like to interact with people. Okay, I don't trust me. I don't. I've seen hundreds, maybe thousands of people in it. I'm not famous or anything. So I've seen hundreds of people, so I don't remember everyone's name. And I have a small channel. I only have like 100 and I think last time I checked it was like 102 subs. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually downloading Facebook right now. So if you wanna chat, I can stay live and then I can okay, so I just downloaded I just got Facebook on my phone again. Okay, Messenger. Okay, so I have Messenger. Let's see if you're let me send you a message real quick. Okay, so I'm on a live stream and I'm gonna connect with you right now. So let's see. Uh oh, I still have people that are wow, people are still hold on. Hold on. Let's see. I don't see your username on here. Um nope, 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 nope. You're wait, hold on. Let me look on my okay, I just sent you a message through the link here. All right, you're getting a phone call from me. Okay, I'm calling you on. I accepted your I'm calling you right now on the messenger, so I'm waiting for you to answer. It's all right. We can always we'll figure it out. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I'll go ahead and see if I could end this. It said no answer, so I did try calling you. So I sent you the link. It's in the chat room. I thought, and I you sent me an ad, and I did add you. So it says okay. Look here. I don't know if you're okay with this because other people might see this. Melissa Leela, is that you? All right. Now you said hey. Okay. So I got it. So do you want to do it privately or do you want me to get off my live stream? Because I mean I can I don't know, I've talked about a lot of subjects, uh, and I can cover more. I mean, I can keep going. Honestly, I can keep going for like hours. I do have to work tomorrow though, so I can't be on all night. Um, I just kind of I didn't think I was going to be on this long. Uh, my subject was about Christmas, or I call it Christ Mass, and it was going to be about this holiday and I described it in the beginning where it was um, it's about a, a lot of it's about religion, and to me, most of it is about family and the people that you love. But at the same time, you don't really truly need one holiday or two holidays to celebrate the love that you have for the people in your family. So, and the other thing I was going to say was that that it is a business in the government system because what happens on Christmas is that you want to buy a present. Okay, it's all right. Don't worry. Well, I'll find out if you. It sounds like you really want to talk, so we'll figure it out. Um, or we can chat privately. It's all good. But it says that your phone is on, so I'm not sure what. Yeah, I don't know. I'm calling you right now, so I don't know. If you don't want to answer because you don't want to be on a live stream answering a phone call, it's okay. Yeah. All right. You're not answering. Yeah, it's cool. So, yeah, we'll sort it out another time. Here, let me end this phone call then. So, the other thing I was gonna say was like, um, you know, Christ Mass, and it's a bit. It's in a way, it's a business because people think or know they don't think they know that they have to buy a present. They have to buy a Christmas card. They have to buy flowers. They have to buy whatever toys, whatever material things that they want to buy to show their love or thought to whoever they love in their family. And so in a way, it's not in a way. Okay, it won't let you answer. Okay, I'll try to hook up. Okay. Well, why don't you try calling me? Do you have Messenger or not? Because if you try calling me, then it might work that way. Um, but anyway, let me finish my thought here because I want to get this out. Um, put it material things are great, right? Material not great, they're good, right? Material things are nice. I have well, this is my one of my material things, my phone, right? I have my laptop, which is I'm using my laptop to be on a live stream. Material things are great. I have a TV, right? I use my TV. It's off right now, but I like to watch fictional things like movies. I know movies they're kind of fun to watch sometimes, but material things only go so far, right? If you truly love someone, and just you don't have to use a Christmas day to say and buy somebody something to use your money to buy them something. You just you can just say you call them and say hello or say hey Merry Christmas or hey I just thinking about you. If you just do those kind of things or say thank you for what you did, and I say that all the time. I say thank you. So okay, yeah, I don't. Let's see, Ricardo. I am having issues with my phone. I would love to speak right now, but it's ringing. It's ringing your end, but it's not on mine. Okay. Um. Yeah, you haven't tried to call me, so I don't know what's going on. But I see your avatar. You look. I mean, if that's you, you're very attractive. Uh. Um. So I'm just giving you my opinion. Um, and the cool thing is you're a truther, so that's like that's a definite big plus. Um, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, obviously you we've connected in some way through me speaking out on my live stream, and you said that you've seen my comments on a lot of other channels. So I don't know where that's coming from, but um, I have been. I'll just say I've been in many other channels where I've actually even live streamed with them to speak out about or to connect with our thoughts. And a lot of other truthers have taught me things I didn't know or that I looked into, and I thought, "Wow, I never knew that." And that's the wonderful thing about being a truther is or critical thinker is you can you're not saying I'm right no matter what and you're wrong. It's like saying, "Yes, okay, let me reevaluate what I thought or what I am thinking because your thoughts might make more sense." And that's I've been through that path many times. So, yeah. No, the thing for me is like getting it out is I've been getting it out for a long time, and so um this speaking out like this is pretty cool. So it's always cool because um when I'm out like at work, it's I'm basically a robot. I'm just trying to get the job done and get things done, and then you're not thinking necessarily about you're thinking about or I'm thinking about like safety and security, and then just doing a great job or a good job, and and of course treating one else well. If they need help, I'm always there. Um, that's it. It's simple. Get paid. We all need to. We're all part of this system where we need to work to make money to survive, right? I mean, there's other people that I've met that rarely meet that know that can survive without a job by living in like in off the land, so to speak. And those kind of people are like super cool. They don't need a TV, they don't need a cell phone. They just they can even create they might buy their own tools. They might buy their tools from a store, which it's not completely off grid, but they can make tools through trees or I don't even know. I can't even describe it. But they're so intelligent that they can live off the land by creating tools, just like the Native Americans did here in America. They created tools out from rocks. Um, I'm sorry. Let me see what you're saying. I meant you get out what you came. Wait, wait. I meant get out what you came on live for. So I see your tribe, brother. Big hugs. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I came in. I can I think I pretty much described everything I was going to say. So, um, I mean, if anybody has any questions for me, leave them in the comments, or Melissa, you can text me. Leave a comment on my live stream or anywhere. I've been on for. It looks like I'm hitting 2 hours now. Um, and so I think I'm going to end the live stream now. So if you want to hit me up through Facebook, I'll see if I can get WhatsApp on and we can communicate through Facebook for the meantime, because it looks like you have Messenger, and we can text that way. Um, but to be honest with you, there's no hurry. I do have to work tomorrow morning, so I can't be up like all night long. Um, but I'm sure we'll have time and we'll find time to. You're in a different time zone, and remember that because I'm in the USA. I'm in and I'm by Chicago. You're in London, as you said. So that's at least a 6 hour difference. So your my 6 a.m. is your 12 afternoon, right? And my again my 12 is your 6. Um, so if I'm off on the weekends, I don't mind talking. Like in all late time of the night because a lot of times I'm a night owl and I stay up. All right, you said all right, let me try it. Hold on. I saw your text message. I'm hearing the ring. You're not answering, so I don't know what's going on. All right, you have a great night. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep probably within the next hour or so. Um, I don't know. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for expressing your thoughts through the chat. I wish it was more of a verbal thing, but I'm sure we'll get to that point someday. So you have a great night. Have a great night's sleep, and we'll see you soon. All right. Good night. All right. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. I'm trying to turn this off here. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and chat with Melissa. I'm gonna go ahead and chat with Melissa. I'm gonna end the live stream and then I'll come in another time um, and do a live stream again, and I'll figure out what other subjects I could talk about. But thank you, Melissa, for coming in. And anybody else who watched, don't forget to hit the like. If you don't like it, it's okay. Don't like it. Um, Everyone has their own freedom of liking or disliking. You sub my channel. Let me know what other subjects you'd like to talk about, or what's on your mind, so we can have a chat about it. Or I'll try to. You know what the thing is? I'll try to do a live stream, like a Streamyard thing, and then see what other people have on their mind about different things. So on that note, have a great night. And if I don't see you again or see you on the live stream again, have a great holidays. I'll say holidays. Um, all right, hold on. I don't know what's happening. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream. I'm gonna chat with Melissa here. So everyone, take care, and I'll see you soon.